And, of course, Governor Lee just announced yesterday or day before yesterday school choice statewide. I think that's brilliant. It's time to do that. It's been time. And so it's all about this critical race theory, this notion that America's a bad country, and the BDS movement, too, has been a part of that, has been wedded into that critical race theory stuff, which is fascinating that someone's going to say that racism is bad and therefore we have to do racism in order to undo old racism. And that whole notion is just insane. Of course, we know it, too, as a ploy to deploy Marxist-Leninist thinking. But, this is who the left is, and unfortunately they've raised a few generations of people who think like them because of our university.
I appreciate you referencing some state politics. We covered that on the show, had your remarks on the morning show. I agree with you how it is controversial and how there are people standing in the way of kids being able to get a better education when we know in this state that we really struggle with that. These kids can't read past the third grade. We need more people like you standing up for school choice, so I appreciate that. One other headline that is really interesting because, in this state, there's been a lot of talks about gun control, rolling them back. The constituents of the volunteer state were not cool with that, which is why you introduced the Protect America Gun Exporters Act. You wrote this on social media, quote, President Biden has made trampling on the Second Amendment his favorite pastime. I won't let that stand. So walk us through this legislation.
Well, sure. It follows on the heels of his attempt to take hunter safety and gun safety out of schools, and we fought that and got a bill passed, and he actually signed it into law. We created a national, movement on that, and we hope to do that here. What Biden has done is basically stopped all non-military gun and ammunition sales and exports to other countries. That really will hurt not only our gun manufacturers, our ammunition manufacturers, but it also hurts the shippers that ship that equipment. So we're pushing Democrats to say, look, Pittsburgh and Philadelphia, you guys have shipping companies that are going to have to lay employees off because this is a huge amount of stuff that's being shipped over. Of course, in our district, in my district, there are gun manufacturers who are exporting to Israel even. And, of course, there's an exception for Israel. But even that exception, the Commerce Department is holding up this deal that would, one, create jobs in my district, two, help the people of Israel defend themselves against, the kind of crap that happened last month. And the Biden administration is just stopping it. And their whole intent is to put the industry out of business. I mean, that's what they're trying to do. And so we're not going to allow that to happen. We're going to do exactly what we did with the Hunting Heritage Act and try to pass another piece of legislation that stops this war on the Second Amendment.
All right. Good stuff. Going to leave it there because I know you have a busy morning. Thank you for dropping by.
Thanks,
again.
Dan.